Welcome back, everybody, to another episode playing on the single player Let's Play series world. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Can't say I'm doing very good. Kind of sick. Woke up today. I had this weird... You ever have that headache that's like behind your eyeball? Man, that sucks. I got one of those today, so what a perfect day to grind away. I'm feeling a little bit weird in the brain, so it's going to be a little less technical today. I've been doing a crazy amount of work on the creeper farm, and that's just a super technical project. Takes a lot of thinking and brain powers and stuff that I don't have today. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of something different. Something I like to do when I'm in this kind of mood playing this game is build nether tunnels. That's right. It's a good it's a good thing to just grind away and place blocks and you know, just do something kind of mindless for a while, and it always ends up being really awesome once you do have like a good looking nether tunnel. So that's what I'm doing here today. I'm just working on the tunnel over to the charged creeper farm, and you can see we speed along here pretty quick. So there you go, that's the way over to the charged creeper farm. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the base. You can see I got a bunch of stuff in my inventory. And we're going to craft up a couple banners. One for the creeper farm. Another for... I got a witch farm, which I'll show you too when we put the banners over there. But what was pretty funny to me is spent all this time doing the creeper farm to get a creeper skull to put on a banner, and I realized that the creeper farm doesn't actually need a creeper head for the banner. I got a really cool design that doesn't use one that I came up with in creative mode. So, as you can see here, I've been doing a lot of work over at the base, or at the skull farm, I guess you could call it. And so we've got a bunch of skulls here, but we're actually going to need a wither skull for this today too. So it's so funny because I've been doing all this work, and it turns out what we needed the whole time was a wither skull. So, anyway. What we're going to start off with, I guess, you know what, I'm not going to hold you in suspense. I'm going to show you the banner first. This is what I came up with for the charged creeper farm. Let me explain a little bit. So if you've never seen it before, go back and watch the last episode. You'll totally know what I'm talking about. So this is representative. You can obviously, if you know what I'm talking about, you can obviously see the red squares that all the creepers are hanging out in. I thought that was really cool that we're able to get the little red, you know, squares of the creeper field. And then we got a blue tunnel in this tube, and this is the tube that everybody falls down in when we're using the farm. So that's pretty cool, because when you're there, like, that's pretty much the first thing you see is this giant blue tube sticking up into the sky. And then just a dark black gray background, you know, because the farm operates in like a thunderstorm, so I thought that was pretty perfect. Second one is going to be something that we haven't seen yet, and so this is going to make a lot less sense to you guys. But this is my witch farm, and so a little bit of explaining, and I'll show you when I put these banners around. I'll actually show you the witch farm too. And so what it is you AFK way up in the sky, and when you look down, there's this like kind of circular roof. It's more of a diamond, but this kind of represents it pretty well. But there's this little circular roof way down below, and there's like swampy water and a bunch of lily pads. So a little bit of a green to kind of like represent, you know, the swamp. So this is like top-down view of the witch farm. There we go. Oh, this one's super goofy and super stupid. So let me know. I might come up with a better one. Let me know if you guys got any better ideas for these banners. This is our snow farm, because you can see the snow golem, obviously. Oh, that's pretty funny. So let's go place these down now. So this is the way that I'm going to do these nether tunnels. I think I'm going to stick with the black. I want to have like a rail or a couple rails down one side that goes to the ones that are really far away, like the far end of the tunnel. And then for all of the closer things, I'm going to do this. Actually, we could take this one out, because that's not how you get there. So for all the closer ones, you know, we're going to do this, and then we'll put, you know, the longer ones by the minecart. I think you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, let's hop in this. Never actually gone here. Uh-oh, where'd he go? This is a broken thing I need to fix. You can see this is totally not functioning. But I've never actually gone here on camera, so we're going to check this out. This is a witch farm. Probably one of my favorite things in this world. So useful, so helpful. This is another farm back there. Get to that some other time. This is one of the coolest things in my world. I absolutely love the witch farm. Figured I'd give it a little bit of a more talky toury bit episode today because I'm not feeling so well. So hope you like it. Hope you get to see a few more things you haven't seen in the world yet. Okay. Okay, I had my first derp. I realized I needed to grab some night vision so you can see what the heck is going on in this farm because it's super dark. I also grabbed some health potions, splash potions of health, which I get from my automatic brewery. So I get tons of these, and I always try to remember, I didn't this time, but I try to remember to grab some of these every time I come over here. I'll show you why. This is it. This is our witch hut. Witch farm. The witch hut was there, now it's a witch farm. Kind of silly little pixel art. Still don't know what I think about that. I don't like the white background, but yeah, this is the place. This is one of my favorite places for that reason right there, going up into that. Yep. That's why it's my favorite. This is where I get all my redstone and my glowstone. Probably a guess. So, pretty cool things going on here. It was a lot of work. So let me explain this a little bit. Oh yeah, you can see a bunch of stuff coming up. So, yeah, let me explain this a little bit. We go over to this map. This will give you kind of a better idea of the amount of work that was involved to make a perimeter for this place. So all the checkerboard stuff, that was where land used to be. That was like a full-on island. It was like 20 or 30 blocks thick. And I had to remove all of that, so you can kind of see from the size of this little circle in here, and then the size of the area around it, like how much land there was. It's a pretty colossal amount of work, honestly. You know, speed mining with the beacon, and lots of dirt, so easily diggable there. But I mean, it was a lot of work. You can kind of see cross section of part of, you know, the island on that side. So yeah, I mean, you know, if you got time and feel motivated, like you can dig out you know, quite a lot. I ended up just coming up into the sky though, and that's another thing that you can do is you can, you know, the area around the player where mobs can spawn is a sphere, and so at the very bottom of the sphere it's just a small little circle, and so you can place that small little circle right, you know, on the inside of your farm, as long as, you know, it's just there and it doesn't go down into the ground. So there's no drop or anything. Yeah, and so you can come up into the sky. So I kind of did that here, so I didn't have to dig out as much as I probably would have, you know, otherwise. I would have to go way farther out if I wanted to AFK down there. But the funniest thing about all of that, so if you look at the top right of my screen right here, oh, it's kind of hard to see. It's way in the distance. This is the only way you can see it, is if I look all, you know, away from it. But, you know, arrow, that is another witch hut. And if you look around, there's no islands around it. I could have done this with no digging over there, but I didn't notice it until I built this AFK platform. So I didn't see it. Oh, but it's pretty cool. There's two right next to each other, and they're close enough to where I could... Eventually, I could make this into a double witch hut, which would be super awesome. That would be super cool. I'd have to dig that island out probably, which would take a long time, but man, that would be pretty cool. I just thought that was so funny. You guys, plan your builds before you build them. Jeez, what a good example. Could have done it over there and not dug anything out. Anyway, you can see this is just cranking out. I just love this farm. It's just so productive. It's crazy. None of this stuff really matters up here as far as how the farm works. You could just dump this all into a chest. But I just got some simple item filters. You've probably seen these before. That's pretty awesome. And everything's just piped up through one of these super cool glass elevators like I like to do. So, let's chug one of these and see what this is all about. Show you how this works. Oh, perfect. There you go. Yeah, this is one of my favorite farms. Super simple to build. Super simple. Super easy. And I'm spacing on the guy's name. I've been trying this whole time to remember the person who did this. So I'll put a link in the description to the tutorial where I got this design from, because it's a super good tutorial. But yeah, anyway, that's the witch farm. That's the thing. So guys, something I haven't done a lot of is do some building on camera. So I figured I'd try that out with you here today. Just ran out of night vision. Here we go. Let's light this up. So yeah, I haven't done any building on camera, really. Like, haven't done any, like, well, like, redstoning and stuff on camera. So I'm going to do a little bit. I got this, just, sorry excuse for a minecart system over here. So I'm going to have to rip all this out, and I'm going to rebuild it. Get some of this wool for building. I like using wool for building. I know it's stupid, but in the nether and stuff with fire, but it's totally good because you can't break it with any normal tool. You got to use shears. So it's a nice sturdy thing to put redstone on. So let's think about this. So what do we want to have happen here? This is always how I do redstone. This is always what I do. This is always the motions that I go through. What do you need to achieve? So so here I'll explain what I'm talking about. So what we want is we want every single time that we come this direction back to our station, we want to get ditched from the cart. We don't want to have to click the button to get out of the cart. We want it to happen for us. We want to just get thrown off. So that's the only thing we need from coming in from this direction. That's the only thing that we're trying to achieve here. Is we're just going to get ditched from the cart. And so to do that, we're going to use a cactus. So I had it set up last time that I had this. I had the cactus like right here. So I'm going to put it right back there. Put a slab on it so it doesn't get bigger. And then we're just going to put our minecart just right into it. And so we need to pick up the minecart, because what's going to happen is it's going to go in here, it's going to break itself. You're going to get popped off of, you're going to get, ejected. You won't take any damage. The cart will break, but then we want to pick the cart up with a hopper. So that should be good there. And just for, just because, I'm just going to put them around, because, I don't know, there's just like the smallest little chance that it might go over there. So I'll just do that. You won't ever be able to really tell anyway. So we want minecart going into it. So we can just test this out. And this is like pretty much 100% kind of thing too. It'll always work. So super quick, it all disappears. Minecart in the thing, perfect. So then, okay, so we did the part where what do we need to have happen when we arrive. So now we need to think about what we need to have happen when we need to depart. So what do we want this to be? So we've got our collection. That's done. We've got our arrival. That's totally done. So for departure, what do we want to have happen? I want to come in here, and I just want there to be a minecart. I just want to get in the minecart, and I want it to go. I don't want to have to hit a button. I don't want to have to push forward on the stick. I just want to have to get into the minecart. That's it. I just want it to be here. I just want to see it. I just want to click it, and we're on our way. So what we need is we need a dispenser to put the minecart, down for us at some time. I don't know when it'll happen exactly yet, but we know that we want a dispenser to do it for us, and so we need that. We also are going to need a rail to make it go once it's dispensed, and then we're going to need a block behind that no matter what. So no matter what our design is going to be, it has to have this block, because there needs to be a solid block for the rail, and there needs to be a rail here. And maybe we just put another one. We'll see if what happens here. And so you can see that once it gets dispensed, it'll just go on into the track like normal. So that's how the rails are going to be. So here's the biggest dilemma, and here's the big issue that I've always had with building these, is we want the dispenser to fire so a cart is dispensed, but we don't want the cart to leave. So we want the dispenser to be activated, but not the powered rail. Yeah, so this is a really, really difficult thing to do. It's really difficult to only power the dispenser and not the rail. So this is going to be our main problem here. The other main problem is you're never able to tell what's in here because there's a block here all the time. So maybe we'll switch that out to like a slab or something. So, well, maybe we can't, because actually we need stairs there. So this brings me to my second point. Oh, which is making me think, okay, well, here's our first problem. Building on camera, this is what always happens, is you think you got it, and then you don't. we're actually gonna have to switch this. We don't have to, but I want to switch the positioning of this. Because I just realized, you can even take that. Let's throw wool on there. How about that? So what am I talking about? Okay, so what needs to happen? We need our block there now. It's because we're gonna have tripwires, and I don't want those to be in the way. That's what I'm talking about here. So we need another rail. Let's just steal this one for now. So okay, so what I'm saying is, I'm getting distracted. Let's put a light down. So what I'm saying is we're gonna need a tripwire hook on this one. So we're gonna need another one over here. So for symmetrical reasons, for flush reasons, let's do that. Okay. So this is how we're going to detect when we get into the minecart. So it's here, when we get in. Oops. So that's how that works, is when we get into it, the tripwire can detect that. And so that is what's going to do, that's what's going to activate the powered rail. So we're just going to be able to get in here, and the powered rail will be able to send us on our way. So we're going to need stairs. Maybe we could even do it like that. Let's try that orientation. And this is so the tripwire hooks still work, and we're all covered up. And so we could probably feed the hoppers a little bit better under here. So this is going to require like a lot of trial and error. And that's because, you know, the powering of, like I was talking about, the powering is going to be really difficult here to figure out. So we might have to try a couple different things. That looks pretty good. Yeah. So, I guess the first thing is first is we gotta, so let's think about this. We're missing a step in the middle. So what's gonna happen, let's go back to when we're arriving. So let's arrive, our cart is dispensed and it's put into the thing. Simulate it. Let's put it in there. So now it's in there, and so we don't want to have to hit a button to dispense it. So we want the dispensal, we want to dispense it automatically whenever we get the cart in there. And that's another cool thing about this design, is it's only going to use one minecart ever. We're never going to have to use more than one minecart. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to detect when there is a minecart, and we're just going to give it a signal to dispense it. Let's see, there. This is one of my favorite little circuits. If you don't know how to build this, you're about to learn something super important. So we got our thing that we want to detect if there's an item in it. Put a block in front of it, comparator out of it. You can see it, comparator that's going that direction. Repeater, dust, 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 repeater. See that? So anytime there's something in there, it's gonna fire, which is gonna put our cart onto the thing. Perfect. And so did that, I don't think it powered it, did it? So let's test this out again. I think I might have figured it out first try. That's pretty cool. So let's go into here. Aha! So it did it by itself. So that means every time we arrive, the cart gets put back. So now we've got to figure out, when we get into here, I think this is the hard part, is how do we activate the powered rail and not anything else? Oh, and that's why we have multiple powered rails. Perfect. And so let's see, I might have a rail over here. If not, we'll cannibalize it from somewhere else. There we go. So this is why we're using multiple powered rails. It's so we can power this block over here and not the dispenser block. Okay, I'm already seeing a couple issues here, so let's take out this torch. Let's take this out. Let's see if we can just power this like this. Because we're gonna extend the wall anyway, and so we can just, there we go. Look at how simple that is. Making it so complicated, but now it's simple. Perfect. A little bit of a delay, just for the heck of it. So let's put back our carpet onto here. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so nice. So this is gonna be an issue. take this down. So can we just put a repeater here? Yeah, oh, we fixed it. Oh, look how easy that is. I love redstone. Bam. Perfect. We need a piece here. Let's actually go back here too. And get behind this. Look at that. Perfect. And there you go, guys. That is a fully functioning, fully automatic, one minecart, one button, flawless system. I love this system so much. Get in, and you're on your way. Oh yeah. Dang, that's cool. Let me know what you guys think about that. I like that a lot. So guys, that's gonna do it for today. It's been quite a weird episode. Not sure what I like better. Doing the redstone-y, talky stuff, or a huge epic build montage, world tour, everything. I don't know. Just mixing it up, having fun. Like I said, getting a little sick, feeling a little sick. Probably gotta go because my throat hurts. My voice is failing. My eyeballs are gonna fall out of my face. It's bad, people. It's bad. I feel like this is how I feel right now. I feel like how I look. This is a very accurate representation of me. Oh, I'm gonna AFK here. I'm gonna get some charge creepers for the next episode. We're gonna test out a couple things. There's a few things that I want to answer once and for all. Now that we have a supply of these charged creepers. So anyway, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, everybody. You know who it is. Peace!